slinging Sean Mannion. He's taken on a mythical place like Paul Bunyan, Babe the Blue Box, amongst Minnesota fighting Vikings fans just for being that backup quarterback who not so much. We've dubbed him the vending machine tuna fish sandwich of quarterbacks, but with the acquisition of Nick Mullins from the Raiders, you would think that Sean Mannion's time with the Vikings is over, and you would think that because they did cut him, he's a vested veteran, he doesn't have to go through waivers. But the reports are that the Vikings are looking to bring him back, that love and feeling, bring it on back to the practice squad, which I don't know, man. Like how does he do it? Like every single time he just survives. Sean Mannion can survive. Also, did you know he was a 3rd-round pick? Like Rams, the St. Louis Rams, back in the day, day 2, just looking at Mannion's like, I got to get some of that. All right, so we have 10 reasons, 10 reasons why the Vikings just love Sean Mannion, because he's probably going to be on the practice squad. He's probably going to be a game day elevation the first couple weeks. No, So number 10, the easy answer, he knows things. He knows football things. Maybe he knows where the bodies are buried. I don't really know. Who knows? Next up, number 9. He's got the mind of a coach, and that's been talked about a lot from Kevin O'Connell, from Kirk Cousins. Like, he does see things from the perspective of a coach. Reason why Mannion is her. There you go. Close enough. Yeah. But you know who else is supposed to think like a coach? The coaches. And the Vikings, by the way, have 2, not 1, but 2 quarterback coaches. So why not have 3? It's really important to pay Sean Mannion $19.9 a year on the $19.9 a week on the practice squad to do coach things when you have 2 other quarterbacks coaches. Okay. Reason number 8 will be a big asset for Mullins. So even though the Vikings have 2 quarterback coaches, as well as they have offensive quality control guys, whatever. The thing for Nick Mullins is that he's got to have a crash course in this offense. Even though he's operated similar offenses with the Niners as well as the Browns, it'll still be different terminology, getting used to his personnel, and having Sean Mannion to bounce ideas off of during practice and in the meeting rooms, it makes sense, especially since Kirk Cousins is going to be busy actually practicing. Weird, right? Also, on game days, Mullins and Mannion can talk things through, things that go on the field. It's going to be really important for Nick Mullins to get up to speed as a Vikings QB2. Next up, reason number 7 why the Vikings can't quit Sean Mannion. Kirky likes him, right? So Kirk Cousins, that was a whole spiel. Once the new regime, who didn't have any ties with Sean Mannion. Remember, it was Spielman, it was the Kubiai that loved themselves some Sean Mannion. But once Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell came in, they're like, all right. And, oh, by the way, Mannion and O'Connell and Phillips, they didn't have any overlap at all on the Rams, so they can't even point to that. But Kirk Cousins, he likes him. He likes Sean Mannion, so that's a reason why to keep him there. And the reason he likes him is because, number 6, Kirk's not threatened by him. So Kirk, going back to his time in Washington, where Washington and the Shanahans traded up heaven and earth to get RG3 at number 2 overall in 2012, right? And then even after they did that, they still drafted Kirk Cousins in the 4th round, just in case. So Kirk, coming after RG3 faltered due to injury and bad play, Kirk took over his job, and he never looked back in Washington. Had 2 franchise tags in a row, then signed the big 3-year, $84 million fully guaranteed deal here with the Vikings in 2018. But Kirk, he understands that dynamic. He understands the palace coup. He understands the Machiavellian thinking because he did it himself in Washington. So he doesn't want a young upstart quarterback behind him. That's why maybe not so much Kyle Sluter, maybe not so much Kellen Mond, maybe not so much spending a high draft choice on a quarterback. Right? So Sean Mannion, he's safe. Sean Mannion, he's never going to take over your job. He's probably good on the golf course as well. Sean Mannion is probably a scratch golfer. You can play some Nassaus with him. Automatic press on the back nine. Go ahead. Go ahead. But he's not going to take your job. Next up, reason number 5 why Sean Mannion is still here. Kwesi is honoring Spielman. It's just like just an homage. It's like, hey, Spielman, we understand you lost your job. We still got your guy. There you go. Next up, reason number 4 why Sean Mannion is still here. Feeling safe with a veteran. Now, there's the thing about head coaches is that they're very conservative by nature, so they're not going to take a lot of chances. And I do think that Kevin O'Connell, falls into that mold where if, knock on wood, something happens to QB1. By the way, if something happens to QB1, most teams around the league are effed. They're completely effed in the A. They're screwed. But you want a quarterback who can operate your offense, isn't going to make mistakes, and can distribute the football. And they obviously feel like Sean Mannion is like a Chad Henne, like a Chase Daniel, like a clipboard Jesus from back in the day, Charlie Whitehurst, like a veteran backup that can just distribute the football and not make mistakes. Although, you know, the fact that most backup quarterbacks can't throw the ball through a piss-soaked paper bag, non-issue, right? So you're going to go with the safe veteran who's been in the league for 7-8 years versus the young rookie or the young potential future franchise of the team, because they can make mistakes. They could be erratic. Oh, they're not used to coaching, right? So whatever. Next up, reason number 3 why Mannion is still here. He's Case Keenum in waiting. Nah, probably not. But Case Keenum, that was a once-in-a-lifetime Haley's Comet, just wishing you on a shooting star. 2017 Case Keenum, he did the damn thing. I don't think that's going to happen again. Next up, reason number 2 why Sean Mannion is still here. It gives Mullins time. So like we said, if and when they do put Sean Mannion on the practice squad, I don't see him signing anywhere else as a free agent. But if and when they do that, he's probably going to be a game day elevation from the practice squad, because remember, you get 3 of them. So the first couple weeks, maybe even the first full 3 weeks, I can see the Vikings elevating Mannion to the active roster. Maybe Mullins is even inactive or dresses as the emergency quarterback, but Sean Mannion will be QB2 if poop does hit the fan, because it allows Mullins to have some time to get immersed in the offense and have 6 weeks as opposed to only a couple weeks of learning the new Kevin O'Connell system. And lastly, reason number 1 why Sean Mannion is still here: he's better than Blake Bortles. Even though Bortles would have been hilarious, objectively, Sean Mannion is better than Blake Bortles, and that says a lot, because Blake Bortles went to the AFC title game back in the day, man. But it's so hard. We live on a planet with 7.5 billion people, and there's only 16 dudes on the planet who are good at quarterback. I mean, how is that possible? Like 16, 17 people out of 7.5 billion? Like, what are the odds there? And yes, you could say that Sean Mannion is probably top 50. Oh, that's weird to say, isn't it? Like, Sean Mannion is a top 50 human being on planet Earth at doing the quarterback thing. I don't know, man. But either way, like it's being reported, even though Nick Mullins is QB2, Sean Mannion is probably going to be here. He's probably going to be on the practice squad, and he's back. They restocked the vending machine, man. But your thoughts are thoughts. 10 reasons why. Tell me why Sean Mannion is still here. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.